Alright everyone, time for the next step. We gotta bore out the tuning chambers and also bore out the bell shape inside for the top. Let's get going on these drones. So much like the other times, we've got it chucked up here in the lathe. The only thing we're going to do is we're going to remove the tailstock, and just like using the drill bits, we're going to drill in on the open end, but we're only going to go to a depth of about 2.5 to 3 inches, and it's going to widen the hole to accept the tuning pin when we start turning that out. Time to go. As you can see on this one, there's a little bit of cleanup to do for the final length on it. I did trim it down a little bit for the final length, but I couldn't quite get all of it due to the angles before, and taking off for the tuning chamber didn't get all of it. So now time to clean that up, and then we have the final length on the bottom part of this drone top. So, this is going to be the top end of one of the drones. What has to happen next is there needs to be a small shelf turned in around the bore, and we're going to do that with a Forstner bit. The whole point of this is to be able to put the bushing on top, and after that we bore out or take away some of the inside, kind of like a cup, in order to give a chamber up at the top. So to create the shelf on top, we're going to use this 1/2 inch Forstner bit going roughly about 1/4 of an inch in. I know I should have a more exact measurement, but I'm experimenting here. All we're going to do is put a little shelf on that, and then that will give us the top lip that we can then start to create the chamber on top inside the bell, and we're going to go from there. Alright, it's a little clogged up right now, but that shelf is really important. Now what we're going to do is create a sort of a cup shape inside, and I'll explain more about what that's for, but this part is hand tools. So now all of the internals are done for the drones and the blowpipe. Now the only thing left to do for as far as internal shapes is to drill out and bore out the stalks. For most of the stalks, it's going to be at 5/8. The chanter stalk is going to be to match a practice chanter the measurements are going to be provided for me, but that's the only one that might not match up the same. All right, that's all the stalks bored out to their dimensions. The chanter stock's the only one that might change, but that means that the internals for the entire set are done. Next time, we're going to start working on the external shapes, especially the bushings that go on the top of the drones, and then also the ring caps.